I guess you could consider this a follow-up to my amourshipping video, which you all really seem to like. Since the release of that video, Pokemon Sun and Moon were announced, and I got a couple of comments saying that since Sun and Moon were official, it completely invalidates the whole theory. I have replied to these people, and I figured I would make a video about it as a sort of more updated version, but I'm still considering it a follow-up, so if you haven't seen the amourshipping video, pause this video right now and go watch it. Okay? Done? Okay, now let's get into it. In the amourshipping video, I proposed the idea of Ash and Serena losing their respective goals, and since the last video, one of those has actually happened. In one of the more recent episodes of X, Y, and Z, Serena makes it to the Masterclass Tripokalon, in which she earns a battle with the current Kalos Queen, Aria. Serena doesn't win, which she totally should've. God dang it, Masada. A lot of people are saying that it was very rushed, and now Serena is just kinda there with no real goals. Ash, however, has not even gotten his 8th gym badge as of making this video, so it's hard to say whether or not he'll win the league, but that's purely speculation. For the sake of this video though, let's say that Ash loses the league. In the first video, I proposed the idea of Ash and the XYZ gang traveling to Hoenn for Ash to take on the Battle Frontier, but it didn't make much sense because Oris didn't have the Battle Frontier. However, let's scrap the Hoenn idea entirely and propose a whole new idea. It's been theorized that since we never got a third installment for Pokemon X and Y, that Sun and Moon would fill that void, with the new region being connected to the Kalos region, much like Kanto and Johto. This makes sense considering A, the amount of Pokemon added in X and Y, B, Zygarde's story not being finished, and C, the theory of burst evolution, which I'll get to later. First off, the Pokemon. Not counting Mega Evolutions, X and Y only added 72 new Pokemon when every other generation had at least 100. This is an extremely low number, but just as Johto added evolutions and pre-evolutions to Kanto Pokemon, I think that Sun and Moon will do the same for Kalos. Perhaps this is why Serena has only caught 3 Pokemon this late in the anime, because they were waiting for them to go to the Sun and Moon region so Serena can catch some of those new Pokemon. Speaking of X, Y, and Z, this brings me to my second point, Zygarde. In Pokemon X and Y's post-game, you could travel to Terminus Cave and catch Zygarde, and that was about it. Zygarde didn't really do anything, and it wasn't as strong as Xerneas and Yveltal. Then we got information on new Zygarde forms being Zygarde Cell, Core, 10%, 50%, and Perfect Zygarde. These are not in the games at all, and the only information we get is from the anime. We know that a single Zygarde Core can absorb enough cells to turn into Zygarde 50%, but 2 cores must come together for Perfect Zygarde. If this is ever implemented into the games, then Sun and Moon will definitely be the ones to do it, allowing you to travel back to the Kalos region and learn the secrets of Zygarde. The rest of this is probably going to be plot-related stuff which we'll have to save for another day. Now onto the topic of burst evolution in Pokemon Sun and Moon. Now, do I personally think it's going to be a thing? No, but I think it's a very interesting point. I would just like to say that I didn't come up with this idea, but I will be expanding on it. The person to come up with this theory is Tyranitartube, who, if you're not watching, you should go do. Anyways, Tyranitartube has speculated that the little diamond symbol in the Japanese logos for Sun and Moon are very similar to the burst hearts in the Pokemon Rebirth manga, in which trainers confuse with their Pokemon. This is similar to the anime where Ash confused with his Greninja, which Alan says resembles the same energy as Mega Evolution. The theory stems from this guy in the trailer for the Magirna movie, seemingly forcing multiple Pokemon to Mega Evolve using a similar stone. In the anime, a trainer can only use Mega Evolution if they have a strong bond with their Pokemon, but also requires a Mega Stone and a Keystone. The Mega Stone and Keystone are key here in that they are required for a Pokemon to Mega Evolve. In the games, you don't need a strong bond with your Pokemon, which really defeats the purpose. However, perhaps this burst evolution that we see in Ash Greninja is related to Mega Evolution in that it is the true, most raw, powerful form of Mega Evolution. X and Y focus on a strong bond with your Pokemon, as seen as in the Pokemon Me feature, in which you can play with your Pokemon to form a bond with it. However, there was no incentive to really use this feature other than evolving Eevee into Sylveon and to make your Pokemon do more crits. What if the original purpose was to use the Pokemon Me feature to build a bond with your Pokemon in order to Mega Evolve without the use of a Mega Stone, but perhaps it was scrapped due to time constraints? Even Pokken Tournament recognizes this. Pokken Tournament uses a synergy bar much like other fighting games, but when used it's called Burst. Sound familiar? This is what they meant in the Sun and Moon trailer when they said it all comes together. They're talking about Mega Evolution, some form of Burst Evolution, and all the unfinished things in X and Y coming together in Pokemon Sun and Moon. Either that, or I'm just overthinking it. See you next time.